Give me a second.
And it says we're live. You okay?
I said, wait a second, but whatever.
I didn't hear you. I heard mumbles.
You don't listen to me. All right.
You gotta speak up and talk to me.
Like,
It's okay. It says we're live, so we'll give it a few minutes.
okay.
And we have a special guest behind us. It looks like she's watching us.
She should cover herself up. She's not a lady.
She's sitting there all naked.
The naked truth.
The naked doll.
Here. Who knows what YouTube? They might have a problem with that.
Yeah. Someone might
There
flag
we
it
go.
as nudity.
Who knows?
There we go.
Just to hedge our bets. Yeah.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure how many people will be.
Attending tonight.
Yeah. I'm just going to check my volume real quick.
Oh my gosh, I can't even get up and grab. I don't know if Brian will call or not, so who knows? We'll get ready for that just in case.
Okay.
Because last time, a few times, it was just like.
Oh yeah, we may have a guest call
You
in.
never know.
All right, guys.
Tight quarters here. Scooch over that way, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
I just don't remember being this close before.
It wasn't this close. We had the table back further.
Yeah. No, I think we had it standing up, but that's okay. No one's watching right now, but I think people will watch later.
Earl.
So this is recording live, and if you are missing it, you can always go back and watch it later.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Trash Picture Show. And we're going to start our live podcast.
Oh, no.
Our 13th live YouTube podcast.
Lucky 13.
Yes. And this is our 13th edition of our YouTube version of
Living the Scream! The behind the scenes of
The Mummy and the Monkey Show.
with your hosts.
I'm Janet Takei, the Mummy.
And I am James, the mummy, or the monkey, Grim Glory. I had to get my coffee.
And I have a Mummy coffee mug.
And I have my Pick and Pay. My mom bought this years and years and years ago,
Aw.
many moons ago, probably with the set from a grocery store called Pick and Pay back in the day.
Pick and Pay. Back
That's
in
right.
the day.
Hey, all the way. So cheers, little Joe, little Java, on a very cold, bitterly cold Cleveland night here. Was it Tuesday night?
Very, very cold Tuesday night. We stayed in pretty much all day. Like, we didn't want to go anywhere. Hey, Ben. Hey, Late Horror Show. Hey, Dino and Ted. You guys rock. But yeah, very cold day. And it's supposed to be like 60 degrees on Sunday.
Yeah, but hopefully we can make it to then because,
Whew. Yeah. Too cold for March.
poor us. There's a little bitty violin playing for us. No, it's not that bad. I mean,
Hello there, Miss Olivia.
we just hung
Hey,
out all
guys.
day at home.
Yeah, it is snowing a little bit here.
Tiny bit.
It was like 8 degrees most of the day.
Mhm.
8 degrees above zero.
Whew.
And yeah, it you can tell, like, even with the heat turned up in the house, it's still chilly.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your hoodie on, you've got your jammies.
That's right.
I've been wearing like a sweatshirt too most of the day.
Yeah, I was working on some freelance projects and stuff like that, and then having to start to work on getting the show together. That's going to be, for this Friday, we're going to go live. We're going to be back live again this Friday with an all-new episode of The Mummy and the Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout.
Yes, we skipped this past Friday for, if there's anyone watching that doesn't know what the heck we're talking about, we have a live show, live streaming, all in real time on Facebook Live Friday nights called The Mummy and the Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout. So we are horror film hosts, and we are also resellers and artists.
So there.
So
now you
there.
know everything.
Now you know it all.
What you didn't know before, now you know all that in the...
I always have to do the
15 seconds.
little spiel so people know what the heck we're doing.
A recap.
Because sometimes I don't even know what the heck we're doing.
No way. And speaking of surprises, look who's here. It's Earl.
Earl! Hi, Earl.
How you doing? I think he's wondering what we're up to. He's just wanting to play around.
Yes.
Come on,
Hi,
little buddy.
buddy.
How you doing? There you
Earl's
go.
our supervisor. He has to make sure we're doing okay.
He's our grip, our key grip and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, wow.
So, yeah, we didn't get to do a live show this Friday, but we were part of a live audience retro film night.
Yes, that's right.
It was this past Saturday.
The third one of the year and the final one of this part of the season anyway, the winter season, or the early winter season, I guess, or late winter, whatever you want to call it, late winter, because there's talk of it happening again, and maybe in December, from what I understand, right, or November. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Cinema Wasteland crew here in Northeast Ohio, there's a convention twice a year called Cinema Wasteland. It's usually the first weekend in October-ish, and then the first weekend-ish in April.
Right.
But the same guys that run the Cinema Wasteland convention have a retro double feature movie night now during the winter months. And this year so far, for January, February, and March of 2019, they've had one Saturday a month a retro movie showing on actual 16 millimeter film.
Yep.
And we'll dress as our characters and help them see it and help with the in-between stuff.
Prize giveaways, things like that. Meet and greet with some of the fans. Some people came out that are fans of our show, and they admitted it and everything. And
they were even wearing our shirts.
That's right. It's pretty wild. And,
wow.
So it was great meeting you all out there. I think one of the guys' name was Alex, right? That dude we were talking to at the end of the night. He was pretty cool.
Yes.
And we had our little helpers help us pick the prizes. Becky
and Hannah.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember the other little girl's name.
Leanna Ray or something. I think that was her name. But she was just a big fan of the show.
But some really nice kids. It's a family-friendly event. A lot of people will bring their kids out, and they get to watch retro movies.
It's a great time.
Ben says, where do you get the shirts? So the Mummy and Monkey shirts are on the eBay store right now. And you can get size small to 2X. And we are Mummy Monkey LLC on eBay.
That's right.
And if you need a direct link, check it out on TheMummyAndTheMonkey.com. And I have the eBay link on there. And going back to Dino's comment saying we need to enable Super Chat. I've tried on our channel, and we have not. I guess we don't qualify for it just yet. We're not that cool yet.
Well, we're working on it. We are working on it. You can believe that. Yeah. So we're trying to film some new skits here, which we have not got to do yet, but we are going to have something new. Trust me, for this Friday.
Yeah, we're kind of like we've been trying to get caught up with some business stuff.
Yeah, it's tax time, obviously.
Tax time and freelance work. And
yeah, this stuff comes out of the blue sometimes, and right when I'm ready to work on the show, boom, I get an email that says we need something done by yesterday. I'm like, oh great. So that's fine though. I mean, it's a way to make a living without being on someone's someone's time clock, and it was like a day like this is a perfect example. Actually, there was an even better example when we had that snowstorm. To wake up and not have to rush out the door and white knuckle it all the way to work, and hopefully to get in in on time, no matter what's going on. Bosses be like, you coming in, right? That whole thing.
And we're not like living extravagantly, but we're able to do what works for us. So, and we're not putting down anyone that has a regular 9 to 5 job, because
I did it all my life.
Well, yeah, and I worked as a retail manager for 10 years, working nights, weekends, holidays, getting called in to work overtime.
And speaking of taxes, and times like this, the upside, obviously, not getting up, and you can get up at 5 o'clock, you can get up at 8 o'clock, or get up at 10 o'clock, as long as you know what you need to get done for that day. Obviously, but
as long as you get your crap done.
But the downside on the having in this type of situation where you're self-employed is the taxes and all that kind of fun stuff. I mean,
it's keeping track of your receipts, your paperwork.
If you want to claim these things at the end of the year, yes.
So we're learning the hard way. We need to keep better tracking of our miles.
Yeah, the mileage.
When we go out places,
right?
To look for inventory for our online stores.
Yeah, see,
I travel for business.
And I was under the impression that all you had to do was keep track of the mileage that, like, if you went from your home, which is your home base, is where you're operating out of, let's say. This is where we are operating from. We go down 5 miles up the street to a thrift store to source. And then even if we went out other places to eat or to do other types of shopping or whatever the rest of the day, all that mattered was the distance between, keeping track of the distance between home base and point B, wherever we were going to source or buy stuff for the business. And that was it. But apparently you have to keep track of everywhere you go.
Pretty
every
much,
day.
it's like keeping a little travel diary. You're writing down everywhere you're going. You're writing down your starting mileage, your ending mileage. So moving forward,
Whew.
yeah, we're gonna keep better records for that.
That is so meticulous.
Our other stuff, it's good. It's just putting all the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
And you learn as you go with it. As long as you can show, like, explain, to the man what you're doing, and that way they get their cut of it.
See, there's always a man to answer to, right? Even if you cut the middle man out, like working for somebody full time, you still have to deal with the big man at the end of the year. So.
Well, yeah, everyone has to answer to
Or a woman, whatever's running.
the IRS in the United States.
Or the Zim or Zem or the whatever's
Whatever
running
they want to be referred to as.
Right.
Anyways.
So yeah, hope everyone's faring well with their taxes. Getting them taken care of. Excuse me, I'm burping up some delicious stew that you made earlier tonight.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Earl is laying in front of the vent.
The heat
vent. He's getting warm.
What are people saying?
Find a job that you love and you will never work a day in your life. LOL. Yeah, if it's something that you're passionate about, it's worth it. And I'm not telling people, hey, go quit your job, but you can start a side thing. You could put stuff on eBay. You could,
What's that big thing say?
Hey guys, must have watched a load of cult. They're talking about cult horror films. I didn't get to read the whole comment.
There's a way I think you can make it run so that they don't fade away, but would get distracting too.
So next time we do this, we'll just run it on my laptop. Right now we're streaming it on my phone.
Yeah. But yeah, do I like working for somebody? Yeah, I like being a team player. I don't mind that at all. I believe I work well with others, but when you work for somebody, depending on what the business is and all that, it could just be a matter of time before you become, expendable. And with if you're doing a full-time thing, then that's up to you. Mm-hmm. If you're self-employed, you gotta figure out whether you're gonna, it's really all up to you. If you fail, it's definitely your fault, not anyone else's.
You have to answer to yourself and then figure out what can I do different. Right. And I have a good example of that, but I could talk about it later. Right. Drake mentioned get a good accountant. Yes, we do. Well, we do have a CPA, so we do have a tax person that we talk to.
Right.
So that does help to have a professional to talk to.
And without specific names, I mean, there's all kinds of programs online that you could download and use. No need to say what we use because why?
Yeah, there's all kinds of bookkeeping.
But yeah, there's all kind of bookkeeping programs you can download and work with, and it's so easy now anymore to keep track of that stuff, as far as online or using a program that you can download from online and have it on your desktop.
Right.
But yeah, it's easier than it's ever been. They even have apps that track your mileage for if you want to go do all that.
Hi, Bill. Thank you.
Hi, Bill. What else?
But yeah, I mean, you learn as you go with everything. Like, well, an example. What's that comment? Oh, sorry. I'll have to read it later.
Need glasses?
No, I'm sitting further back, and the comments go kind of fast on the phone. On the computer, they kind of linger on a separate screen.
That's true. Oh, there it goes, real quick.
DVD for my... Oh, I think there's people having a separate conversation.
Okay, that's cool. You can do that.
So we just
chat amongst yourselves. We got 15 people watching, 14.
But yeah, right now 14 watching.
That's not too bad.
So thank you guys. Thanks for hanging with us and talking with us, and listening to our babble. But yeah, an example of that is opening a brick and mortar shop. There's a lot of overhead involved, and I put it together 2 years ago, got everything set up. It's a smaller shop, so it is less overhead and fees and stuff than other larger stores. True. But it's still a cost, and when the lease is up, that's something I'll have to consider, whether or not I'm going to keep a brick and mortar store, you heard it here first. Yeah, folks. Even though I like the idea of a brick and mortar shop.
It's been fun. Been really fun.
The online stuff it gives me more freedom. It gives in general, there's a cat in the background. I think that's Jack.
Well, kind of common thing around here. We got 3 of them, so
Yeah, that's Jack.
look at him all laid out there. I think he's in kitty heaven.
Yeah.
He's just loving that hot air.
So yeah, it's stuff to consider, and you learn as you go. So if you do something and it doesn't work out for you, then it's like, okay, well, I learned from it. Let's try something else. Oh, hi, Swamp Picker. He's on there too. We got a couple more viewers in.
Cool.
Very cool.
Word.
And we're trying to build up. We want to get more Mummy and Monkey merch put together. We want to do more with our characters to sustain that, keep it going.
Right.
And we're gonna go live this Friday.
That's right.
So we could talk more about that.
We could talk more about, it's because more Mummy and Monkey biz, so we'll talk more about the flipping stuff in a little bit. Yeah, so I think we're going to show, well, the Rondo Awards that we were talking about.
Yes.
There are awards that come out every year for the past 17 years, I believe.
Yes, the Rondo Hatton Award. And Rondo Hatton was an actor.
Yes.
But he had a health condition.
Yeah, he contracted something called acromegalia, which basically it's like giantism almost, and it affected his face, and he was a really kind of a handsome guy before the acromegaly, and it made his features very overpronounced, and he looked like what, you gonna say something?
Oh, I was reading the comments. Sorry, while you're talking.
Anything that you want to talk? Were there questions or something like that?
Rondo Hatton was the Brute Man, says
Brute Man.
Jurassic.
I know. I love that movie. I love Mystery Science Theater's riff on that. It is so good. I haven't seen it in a while, but man, that's one of my favorites. But have you seen Brute Man?
No.
Oh, it's so
No.
good. Let me dig that up. We'll have to watch it one night. But yeah, so anyway, so they named these awards after he, and it's called, you go to RondoAward.com.
RondoAward.com.
RONDO award.com.
Yes.
And then you can see what that's all about. All the ballots up, and we actually made it on the ballot for best horror host, along with a bunch of other people, and obviously other horror hosts like Sven Gulli. So it's going to be some stiff competition.
To be nominated is a huge honor. So we're really happy, that people considered us and suggested us to even be on the ballot is a big deal.
Yeah, we're happy with that. I mean,
so we're really happy with that, and we're in that same category. There's many other awesome horror hosts, and one of them being Sven Gulli.
Yes.
The biggest one that's syndicated nationwide currently.
Is Elvira on there too?
I think Elvira's won a bunch of them before.
I don't know that you can.
I don't recall her being on the ballot this time around.
I just wonder because if that's the case, then we don't have a chance.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're in good like I said, to be in that company, to be nominated.
To even be nominated and be considered at that level is a big deal. This is kind of like the Oscars for the horror community.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's very fan driven. It's all about the fans with the Rondo Awards.
Yep. So you can vote for us if you'd like. Voting began a few days ago, so go to RondoAward.com and check out the ballot and vote. They got all different kinds of categories. You can have fun and go through all of them and vote for whatever the rules are. Use them, vote for, and then don't forget the Mummy and the Monkey if you want to.
Yeah.
Best horror host.
So yeah, thank you guys for your consideration and have fun voting.
Yeah.
We want people to get into it. There's all kinds of different categories too, so it's not just about the horror host. It's not about us. There's
best monster kid.
There's
best movie.
Fan artists, best fan artists.
Yep.
There's best horror fan websites. There's horror commentary categories, horror radio shows, best movie, best short movie, best independent horror film. So there's a lot of good ones there, and it's all the classics.
Right.
That monster kind of feel. And
right. It's really interesting.
And I honestly didn't hear the term Monster Kid until
Monster Bash.
Monster Bash.
A few years ago.
But I guess it's an older term, and
It is, and it refers to people, I guess, the generation that grew up in the 60s and early 70s that watched a lot of monster movie shows, especially horror-hosted shows or all the late-night monster features they used to have back in the day. So they grew up watching that, and they just dubbed them Monster Kids, and that should be something that's always around.
Monster Kid.
Yeah, we like that.
And I just thought, horror fans. There's classic horror film fans. There's the modern. I I was like, Monster Kid, that's awesome. But the term's been around for a while. I'm just, I guess, not that hip and cool.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
All the little terms.
Yeah. So, So, Mummy the Monkey, full steam ahead.
Couple names. Someone was saying they saw the thing and some names stuck out in their mind. You know. So yeah, definitely look over the ballot, and you have until April 20th to vote for the Rondo Awards.
Oh, this is gonna be a painful month.
And yeah, it's
2 months almost.
Yeah, you have until April 20th.
Oh, so painful. It's gonna be a long wait, but it'll be fun. And we'll probably wind up doing some sort of special or parody or something. After all the voting's in, no matter who wins, we'll probably do some kind of funny faux like Rondo Award sort of special on our show. So stick around for that in the coming months. And the awards are given out at Monster Bash, right?
There are some awards that are given out at Monster Bash. Yes.
Okay.
They had like a mini ceremony at last year's Monster Bash. It's
Where do they give the bulk of them out to you? Do they really have a get together, or
I don't know all the details. I think it depends on where the person's located, what events are going on. But I know like Monster Bash is involved with a good chunk of it.
Wow, okay. I wasn't sure.
And I know some fan artists that have won in the past. Malcolm Gittins and David Hardy. I think both of them are Rondo Award winners.
That's
and
right.
They're on the ballot again.
Pleasure to know both of those guys.
So, and they're both really nice, talented artists. Really cool guys. And David drew a picture of Janet Decay a couple years back.
It's a pretty cool picture, too.
Yeah. I thought that was really sweet. He did that.
Yep. Still got it somewhere around here. I think it's hanging up.
Was Butch Patrick nice to you guys, says John Kyle. Hey, John. Yeah, Butch Patrick was actually really nice to us. Guy. Him and his wife are really nice people. I did send him an email showing him the YouTube link, letting him know that I did put that video up. I believe, did we use that for Coffee TV as well? Or was that too late?
It was too late.
I think originally we had that video saved too in case if we were going to have any more TV gigs. To have some nice interviews to put on there.
We got the signed release their signed release from him, so we could use it on for whatever we want. But yeah, he was a real nice guy. I mean, he took a few minutes to shoot a promo for us and then do an interview with you. He let you interview him, and he gave us access. That was the coolest part too. I mean, meeting him was great. But then having access to the Monster mobiles that he brings with himself. Those
cars are amazing.
Yeah, when he goes on location and does signings, I guess for another extra whatever, he'll bring his Monster cars that he has. They might be replicas. I'm not really sure, but they are cool.
They are replicas. He built them, I believe.
They're very, very cool. But
I could be wrong, but I thought he built those.
But they're all roped off usually, and he goes, "Hey, if you guys want to take pictures, but I'll be down in a little bit." And come on in, and then we just sat there like little kids, just taking pictures
pretending,
in the Dragula and all that, the stuff he had going on there. It was pretty awesome, and we actually showed most of that on one of our past shows. I mean, around Halloween or something, we might have shown that, but
I think it was for Halloween because when we went out there, it was like a little bit before. And then we still have an interview with Kent Wagner, the creature actor.
Yeah, maybe we'll put that together for this week's show.
Yeah, we need to put that together. We have the footage.
From Dark Xmas last December.
Yeah, we still have some footage from Dark Xmas in November, and that was in Hudson, Ohio.
Was that November?
It was November, yeah.
Ooh.
That's why they called it Dark Xmas.
This is going by
so you could get your Christmas shopping and...
Going by so fast.
It is. And they're having a Dark X Fest, I think at the end of July or early August. I have to double check, but it's the same guys that run Dark Xmas. Too many X's there. But yeah, we're looking forward to going to more shows. We are sorry we cannot go to Horror Hound this time around.
Yeah, I know. They want us to come and be a part of the Horror Host Hall of Fame that they have going on there, the ceremonies there. And a good friend of ours, Bob Kokai, also known as Drac from the Frank and Drac Show, was nominated into the Horror Host Hall of Fame, was actually inducted into the,
He is a Horror Host Hall of Fame inductee.
It's official.
And our friend Drac hosted a show called Frank and Drac.
Yeah.
in the late 1980s on WOIO,
Right here.
Channel 19 in Cleveland. And after the show was canceled, he then had a very successful dinner theater that he ran and was involved with theater and the arts.
And he played a role in Big Chuck and Little John show. He actually portrayed a couple different characters on there and did a lot of voice stuff for them. So, and who knew that we would meet him one day? And next thing you know, we're hanging out in his living room or at his house, hanging out with him. He's telling us all the old stories and showing us his paintings and artwork. He's a really, really class act, really great guy.
Really nice guy, nice
Yep.
friend. We're very happy for him.
Mm-hmm. So congrats, buddy.
Yeah, so congrats to Drac.
Yeah.
And
We
he'll
did make a
have fun.
video. We made a video
Yeah,
that they're going to show
We'll
there.
be there virtually. We did
Yeah.
make an induction video for Drac, and that was sent in.
And the cool thing too is Cassandra Peterson, also known as Elvira, is going to be there. She's actually going to make a speech. You know, probably do like the intro for the ceremony.
Mm-hmm. I think she did that a few years
she
ago.
did.
When we
Yeah, but as
last
Elvira.
time we went, she was Elvira, and she did a nice little intro.
Yeah.
And then she allowed a group photo with her.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle, and then
With all
all of the horror hosts were around her.
That was cool.
So
We
that-
did a video
that
of
was-
that too.
That was cool. Yeah, we do have video behind the scenes of Elvira, but we're not gonna release that for privacy reasons.
Well, and we could probably show
it
some
was
of the
like-
people, everyone fumbling around for the photo. We could show
maybe
some of
just
that,
the
maybe.
people posing for the picture.
Yeah, we could show
Yeah.
that. I think we can get that. But yeah, so let's think about that. And but yeah, there's so much stuff we can still put on the show. But we really need to film a few skits. I know. I think we have to do a Stasha skit. I think that goes without saying.
We
so.
need some new Stasha skits. It's
So this Friday we have to come through, or else
maybe tomorrow night we could shoot some stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be all about time because if I could do some of my work at the shop, we'll see. We'll have to.
We'll have to figure it out because a couple more days to go. And what is the movie for this Friday?
Gosh, I forget the name of it. It's some made-for-TV movie about ghosts. It's pretty cool.
But it's one that you grew up watching.
I saw it
You
a few
saw
times
it.
as a kid growing up. I can't remember the name of it offhand. I could
Who's
try to
in
look
it?
it up. Dennis Weaver's in it. The guy from Gentle Band.
Oh.
And what the heck?
I don't know. I've never seen this movie.
I have to look it up real
So
quick.
it's from the 70s?
Yeah. Hold on a
Okay.
second.
Is it in color?
It is in color.
Retro. Anyone you are looking forward to meeting at Cinema Wasteland next month? Yes, I am looking forward to meeting Lynn Lowry.
Ooh.
And who else is on the guest list? They had a lot of people on the guest list that were cool. And of course, Tom Sullivan,
Oh yeah.
the creator of the Book of the Dead from the Evil Dead movie, and he pretty much helped with all the special effects for the first two Evil Dead films. Tom Sullivan is awesome, and his friend Pat, really nice
Pat
guys.
Reese.
They are guests at every Cinema Wasteland show, and it's always awesome to see them and their art.
Yeah, well, Cinema Wasteland's like a little demented family reunion for most people, so
Yeah.
it's like that. So the name of the movie, real quick, is Don't Go to Sleep.
Don't Go to
It's
Sleep.
from 1982. It's a
1982.
made-for-TV movie, kind of a scarce movie, rare to find out there. But yeah, it should be good. It was one that used to creep me out as a kid. So,
Nice.
well, as a 13-year-old kid, I was 13 back in '82. You weren't even around.
No, I wasn't made yet. I was made in '83.
Oh boy.
Ah!
Oof, oof.
I'm not that far behind you. But yeah. So are you gonna put sound effects in it?
Of course.
Sweet.
People beat me up if I don't do that. Of course I will. Yeah, I'm pretty fast at it, so.
Lofty Moose. Hi, Lofty Moose. Says, oh, he was commenting about the movie. Dennis Weaver being chased by an evil truck.
That's Duel. I know that movie. That movie used to freak me out as a kid. I wish we could show that movie. That was directed by Steven Spielberg, by the way.
That's Dual Lofty. Okay.
Yeah, Duel is
Yeah.
I thought some people would think that hey, Dennis Weaver did a bunch of movies. Yeah, that was a '70s movie that's like one of Spielberg's first movies. I think it was Spielberg. Yeah, directed that movie Duel.
Dual. Oh, some other things. Okay, so this Sunday, speaking of conventions, we will be helping the Cleveland Ghostbusters host a discussion panel about ghosts in movies and ghost hunting in movies that predate the Ghostbuster movies. And so we will be there this Sunday
At
Wizard World Comic Con.
at the Convention Center downtown Cleveland, Ohio. We'll be there Sunday only.
Sunday only, and we will be hosting a discussion panel. And the Ghostbusters table will be collecting funds for the many charities they help out. In the past, they've helped Ronald McDonald House. They've helped animal shelters. The Cleveland Ghostbusters group. Awesome fans. Nice people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And on Friday night show, I think we have a special guest coming in.
A special guest this Friday?
We have a special guest Friday. If all goes well, it'll be some. He's been on the show before. I'll just say that, but not as this character. And you will see what I'm talking about. I should just say the. Should I say the name, or should we? Because how many people?
We're gonna have a special guest that's been on before, but
and it has a tie into the.
He's gonna be dressed as his cosplay for Comic-Con.
Yes, and it has something to do with a big guest that's gonna be at Comic-Con this weekend.
A very, very huge guest, and hopefully he shows up.
Yeah.
I guess in the past he canceled.
He's a no-show. Yeah, but this one it was a whole thing. But yeah, so there's a funny tie-in to this. He won't be here. We have a billion people watching our show then. But
someone asked if we're going to be at the Hartville Flea Market this summer. Yes,
of course,
definitely.
Will you be there?
Will you be there? Will we see you there?
Well, I just want to know if you're going to be there. Yeah, we're going to try to make it out. Yeah, and that's another thing going back. I guess I wasn't until the second half. I mean, talking about the reselling, but that's another reason why if we discontinue doing the shop next year, that would give us more time to go sourcing it during the weekday for cool stuff.
And then we could travel more, and then we could focus on more videos.
Yeah.
And it frees up more time. I do like the whole brick and mortar thing. I like the idea of a little curiosity shop that you could visit, but there's a lot of secondhand stores around here.
But all is not lost because you're thinking about getting a booth at a flea market that you don't have to be there all the time for.
I'm considering
a consignment booth.
I'm considering an antique mall type of booth for some of the nicer, larger things that are harder to ship, where I could rent out a little space there, and then I don't have to be there all the time. They have employees there, and I just go and rearrange things. They add more stuff.
Everything's tagged. When something's purchased, they put the money to the side. You come pick it up. Boom, you're done.
So yeah, I'm looking into other options so I don't have to work at the shop all the time.
So the crypt will be around in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it will, it has an online presence.
That too.
And we make so many appearances, so people see us. Obscure Hartville thrift shops. We will be there. Oh, they want to show us some of the obscure thrift shops in Hartville.
We'd love to know that.
That sounds interesting.
Definitely. I mean, that's what we're really gonna try to do is do a better job at going around and going out of our comfort zone here, or just what we normally go to, and new hunting grounds. So that would be great. Yeah. Interested we are.
Interesting. So, and then at the end of March, it's Tuesday, March 26th. So, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There's a Cleveland Star Trek Day. So that's another fan group we're friends with, the Cleveland Star Trek group, the USS Challenger. They're having a dine and drink event. So pretty much if you go to PJ McIntyre's in Cleveland that day and get some dinner, have a few drinks, if you have their flyer in hand, 20% of your bill goes towards the Cleveland Star Trek group and the different charities that they help. So they help
fascinating.
The Cleveland Kennel, they help Toys for Tots.
Oh, bye.
All kinds of stuff. So so we have 2 big appearances this month, and then next month is Cinema Wasteland.
Boy, oh boy, so much going on.
Woo!
And even bigger news we can't really talk about at this moment, but it's going to be something good when we can.
Yes. So there's some film projects in the works, possibly.
Things are brewing.
But I can't say anything until it's more.
Mummy's the word.
Mummy's the word, because it's not set in stone. Things are still kind of up in the air.
But It looks pretty good so
But
far.
it sounds really good.
Yeah,
And it could be really fun.
Yeah, so it'll make the year that much more interesting. And,
It will.
yeah, so far so good. 2019. We're liking where everything's going. And yeah, hopefully you'll tune in this Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time to
On
watch.
our Facebook fan page.
That's right.
The Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook. And you can comment and make fun of the movie. You can just have some fun.
Just hang out with all the
Hang
other
out.
freaks and geeks, right? And you know what? This will be our 40th live streaming show.
40th episode.
That's pretty dope.
That's
40th
awesome.
episode number 40. I don't even know how we're doing all this, but it's fun. And that's why we started doing this live thing, because it motivates us to get a show together. We've talked about this in the past, but left up to our own sort of devices, sometimes we wouldn't have a show ready to go. It took us maybe up to 2 months, 3 months to put out one episode, because we were putting them all together ourselves, writing them, editing them, shooting them on our downtime.
It would take a couple months just to get one episode out, to record all of the segments and then go back in and edit it. And we were just doing it like in our free time.
Right, because there was no set time.
There was no sense of urgency.
Right, we had no schedule. I mean, it wasn't like we had to have something ready for. We could have put ourselves on one, I guess, for what to upload it to YouTube or wherever, or give it to a cable access. Yeah.
To the public access cable channels, or Roku, or whatever channel would want us on there.
But the thing with those is that we never knew who was watching it, and if there could have been 100,000 people watching it, but they never let us know that they were.
Right.
So, but with this live streaming thing, live don't lie, baby. I mean, we can see how many people are watching, where they're watching from, if they watch later. And you guys can let us know you're watching. It's instant. It's not like, and like I said about this before, personally, there's so much stuff I was a fan of growing up, comic books, TV shows, where I never wrote a fan letter in once. But I love this stuff. I lived for it, but never did anything to let the people on the other end know that their stuff was being enjoyed. I just figured it's like, everyone else will write them, or what, I don't matter. But now being on the other side, it does matter. I mean, to hear from one person means the world to us. That we're doing something.
We
that's
love the
entertaining
feedback and the letters and the comments. Oh, someone's watching in Detroit.
So that's what's cool about doing the live thing. Real quick to wrap that up is that we're there. We have to do the show. People are expecting us to be there at 10 p.m. They got their popcorn ready. Their kids are in front of the TV set, if they've hooked it up to their monitor, in front of the computer, wherever they're watching it, however they're watching it, they're ready to go. They're ready to go at 10 p.m. Friday night.
They're ordering their pizza.
That's the fire under our butts to get a show together. So
right. So yeah, we will have a show this Friday. And now I think
we're gonna transition into the reselling.
Yeah, I think now we could dive into the reselling.
Did you get all your talking points there to cover?
Yeah, we went over appearances, the Rondo Awards,
yeah.
The movie nights.
Yeah.
Updates with Mummy and Monkey. And yeah, we do have Mummy and Monkey t-shirts on our eBay store. I did finally we have a black t-shirt design and a red t-shirt design. And yeah, they're up on our eBay store, and we are Mummy Monkey LLC on eBay. I have listed 1,016 items. I have over 1,000 items on there that you can browse. I have jewelry. I have retro toys. I have Mummy and Monkey t-shirts.
There you go.
I listed a Michael Myers bobblehead.
Look at that.
He says, yeah, go and shop our eBay.
Yeah, we went out.
But yeah, this guy's cool.
Yeah, we went out and about a couple times this week since the last time we talked. And found some cool stuff. Anything super significant that we found this time around? Not like those lamps we talked about last time?
I think you found more cool toys than I did.
Yeah, that's all I really found.
I found some creepy dolls, and then I bought a lot of jewelry. There's a lot of silver that I listed recently.
Well, I think what we found is a lot of bread and butter stuff. Stuff that's sort of, if it sells, it'll be something to pad, the numbers.
Yeah.
Nothing like, this is like the huge, big finds that you expect to find, that you'd like to find, I should say.
Nothing super crazy. Like, I had some clothes I listed, which isn't, it's just basic stuff because everyone needs clothes. So like American Eagle stuff.
Then why aren't you wearing any pants?
I am wearing pants. Don't lie to them. I'm wearing pants, guys.
Oh no, she's gonna prove it.
I'm wearing pants.
Turn
there we
around.
go. Pants.
Ooh, a blongity dong.
A blongity dong?
I got an eBay. Speaking of eBay, what'd I get?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a watch reminder. That doesn't count.
Oh,
Telling
that's
me
not
something
the
I'm
same.
watching is.
You want to hear the cha-ching.
They should have different noises for everything. Like the blah blah blah. That should just be just for when you get an offer.
My eBay app doesn't make any noises anymore.
That's no
so
fun.
It's weird, and I even
the cha-ching when you sell something.
I don't even get that. It'll vibrate. It doesn't make noise.
Whoa.
Well, it'll do that.
What's wrong with that?
Stop it. But it doesn't make noises anymore. So I what do you call it? Like you disconnect the app or you delete the app and then you reinstall it.
Could be.
And and I even went under the settings and my eBay app won't make noises.
Well, mine still does, but they use the same noises for any sort of eBay, whether it's you're selling, you get an offer or you sold it when you sell it. Because what's it got? Question?
Good question, Carlos. And do you sell on Poshmark? Yes, I do sell. Well, sell isn't really a good word for it. I have items on Poshmark, and I might sell one thing every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of taking my items from Poshmark and moving them all to eBay. And my plan is to get rid of Poshmark. I don't know. And here's my thing about that. There's a whole rant I could do on Poshmark. There's a lot of ladies that are like, oh my God, I sold all this stuff on Poshmark. I'm a millionaire. I sold $1 million. No.
Whoa.
People are there's a lot of people that are real fickle, real flaky. In my opinion, this is just my opinion anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Where you get even more lowball offers worse than eBay. People will add things as a bundle and will have items picked out and then it just sits there. So then you don't really make your sale. Their fees are higher. They have 20% in fees they take out.
Wow.
So you have to mark the items way up to even get anything out of it. I think with eBay and PayPal, it's maybe 13.5%, almost 15%. Poshmark, it's more. Their shipping is one flat fee. Like, I like how their shipping's kind of set up, but if you have something small or lightweight, then you're going to pay like $7 to ship it.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not selling a lot on Poshmark, and I'm going to phase it out. Oh, I just bought a shirt on eBay. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Very cool. We'll pack it up tomorrow for you. Yeah.
That's right. Have it in the mail
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna phase out Poshmark and I'm gonna boost and focus more on eBay, and I might try Mercari because I had a few people say they like Mercari. And I guess that's another selling app similar to Poshmark, but people list like anything on there.
Pretty cool.
So do you want? Oh,
what?
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you want to share some of your stuff?
Always. All
Okay.
right. Here's some of the cool stuff I found last couple of days on our excursions out. Live from Sanrio, we have Bats Maru. Look at him.
Bats Maru.
Yeah, big old Bats Maru plush again. Yeah, not a big, money maker, but hopefully somebody will want him because he's just so darn cool.
Do you want me to model?
Can.
Van him? He's cute.
And a lot of plush stuff I found. I don't know what's up with that. Found this adorable little pumpkin Hello Kitty Halloween. Look at that. Look at her. How cute.
So cute.
Found a lot of little plush Hello Kitties, and I've sold a couple of nice Hello Kitty pieces recently, so I'm hoping that she still continues to do good for me here.
So cute.
You know this guy from Christmas time, a little early, but I want to be independent. I want to be a dentist. I am only a male. Uh-oh, what's that? A big alert.
Oh, the Late Late Horror Show.
They're going live. We gotta hurry. We gotta wrap ours up so we can watch it.
We should wrap ours up soon.
All right, Hermie Doll. And then I did see these two fooling around back there. Bride of Chucky. Look at Go Browns! Look at this Browns guy. Look at him.
Cleveland Browns.
He's battery operated, and he's got, I don't know, I think the little levers. I gotta try and maybe fix him, but this is a pretty cool piece. I haven't seen that before. And you said this was Dr. Elephant from Astro Boy?
That is Dr. Elephant from Astro Boy.
In a bag, sort of, from the Astro Boy movie with the tag and all
And
that.
they called him Dr. Elephant because of his nose.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
Jeez.
His little tail. And then I saw this on the shelf. I'd found one of these once in the wild before. These are so cool. They're called Feisty Pets. And they, oh, look how cute. And
You made a great still for our video.
this thing is so cool, and it has the tags on it and everything. I saw it sit down like, come here to you. And it was cheap too. It was like, come here to you. And it was cheap too. It was like maybe $2, which is a great price for those.
He's cute. Yeah, we went to one thrift store where all their plushies were $1.
The only
Which
other
is
cool
good.
stuff I got was, bless you. So now we can.
Sorry.
I'm ready for, speaking of cosplay, I can go to Wizard. Watch out, move on. I got the telescoping Wolverine claws.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
That's right, bub. Look out. X-Men are coming. Who needs a toothpick? Yeah, so I found these. And actually, these are pretty good sellers. If I can get my hand out of it, it's electronic and it makes some kind of noise. And then the only couple other quick things. A pretty neat kind of a, I don't know what scale this is. I think Playmates made this. It's just a Mini Cooper.
Mini Cooper?
Yeah.
Does it make noise or anything?
I don't think it feels a little more heavy than it should be for just doing nothing, but I don't think it does anything.
Maybe it's a display thing.
There's no battery thing. Yeah, it's just a toy they made.
Okay.
Couple more few things and then I'll turn it over to you. A couple CDs out of the bunch I did buy I thought were interesting. This is still sealed Christmas Classics 2 Redneck Style, everybody. Yee-hoo! So that's actually I looked it up. I couldn't believe how much they go for. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here it is. So I don't know how many people out there remember this fella from the 60s and 70s and 80s. Mel Tillis. He was a country singer who has a stuttering problem. You know, he stutters. And but when he sings his country songs, everything's good. But then I open it up and look what's inside. Oh my gosh, it's Mel Tillis's autograph. Yee doggies. And I gotta look into that and see if it matches some that are authenticated online. But that was a good find right there. And last but not least, something I know nothing about.
What are those?
A bag of Pokemon cards.
Pokemon?
Yeah, they were $2. And I think there's a Magic the Gathering Black Lotus card in here. Is that good? I wish.
I wish.
Pokemon cards.
Oh, it's Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
And Yu-Gi-Oh.
Huge. And then there's some giant friggin' cards in here, right? These giant. I don't know what they are, but I figured for $2
You're gonna have to do some Pokemon research.
I know. Poke around the internet and find out if I can find anything, if there's anything to these. There might be. Who knows?
Did you know what Pokemon means?
Yes.
What the abbreviation is?
I do. You want?
Pokemon is short for pocket monster.
That's right.
Because you would keep them in the little Pokeballs and you could put them in your pocket. Isn't that cute?
No. Keep your monster in your pocket.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got to share, baby?
Okay. So she's actually sitting behind here. Oh, let me get situated.
Now, I picked her up for you back in the. This was a couple months ago.
You found her for me at a thrift shop.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know.
And I
about
think
her.
she was in one of our haul videos, but I cleaned up her hair and cleaned up her face.
And you just tonight found out more information about
She
her.
was, what the hell, Susie Walker?
A saucy walker.
Saucy Walker.
Yeah.
So she's possibly a Saucy Walker doll or a Saucy Walker
Knockoff,
bootleg,
yeah.
a Saucy Walker clone.
Clone, yeah.
But people are thinking she's from the 1950s. She has these jointed legs.
You can smoke her legs.
Oh, and she talks.
Oh. Stop it. Oh.
But if you move her around, sometimes she'll squeak like a mama doll, like a crier doll, because she's got the speaker in her tummy.
Yeah.
And her neck's a little loose. And yeah, I had to really clean her up, but I don't know, sometimes I find these creepy dolls and I feel bad for them. Like I feel like I should save them.
They were loved once, right?
Yeah.
Somebody loved this thing at one time.
And
Some little girl.
she has a wig and it's mohair. I think that's like a wool. I think it's from a goat or a sheep.
Well, it can't be curly hair because he was bald, but it could be Larry hair.
So I used to clean old dolls. Here's
Smells like coconuts.
Here's a little fact. You can use Woolite or the dollar store generic version of Woolite
Mm-hmm.
to gently like clean her up, clean the hair, and then you just let everything air dry. And then because this is like a wool type of hair, I took some coconut oil and put some coconut oil in her hair, and it helped it a little bit.
Rejuvenated it.
Yeah, it kind of softened it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I fixed her up. And I had to do more research because there's no markings. Normally you could find markings on the back of the neck or on the back here.
Which might mean that's what indicates there's
To
maybe a
indicate
knockoff.
like who made it, you know, who the manufacturer was, what brand of doll it is. So, yeah, it could be a knockoff because she's not branded.
Right. We're still searching, trying to figure it out. So.
But she is cool. She is cool. She's creepy cool. And we'll get her a new home. All right. This one. Oh, and then these are other dolls too. Oh, she squeaked again. This is by a company called Remco, and I just cleaned them up today. I need to comb out their hair. But these are little 1960s like Hong Kong dolls. Again, creepy dolls that I rescue. So I'm going to do more research on them and get them listed. And then I have some jewelry I'm still going through. I listed some jewelry today.
Where's your fire ring at? Is it in there?
Here's the big fire ring. I don't know if this is silver or just cheap metal, but it looks like there's also copper in there. But look at that ring. It's really sharp.
Hold it still for a second so you can see what it is.
Yeah, it's a crazy, like, big chunky ring that's sharp on the end. It reminds me of those, like, self-defense rings you can buy that have, like, those points. But it looks like someone made it by hand. Whoa.
Oh.
There it goes. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's silver or not. I'm going to have to get it checked out. This one, too, looks like real silver. But it doesn't have any markings. But it also looks really old, like maybe the numbers were off.
Mm.
But, man, that looks like silver. It really does. So there's some jewelry I'm still looking into that I picked up really cheap because people thought it was costume jewelry. And I don't think it is. I think some of this is silver.
Other finds there too?
Yeah.
Little rings?
More little rings. So I didn't find as many cool toys as you, but these are more little silver rings. Sterling silver. Some are marked, some aren't. So, yeah. I'm going to get them checked to make sure. And there's some sterling pieces I put on eBay earlier today. So, that's all I got to show for now.
That's all I got to show. Except for this cool pumpkin.
There's a cool pumpkin you could show off.
It's a mask. Look at that.
There you go.
All right. So we'll wrap the show up like this, I guess?
Yeah. So thank you for watching us, guys. We're close to the hour mark. Everyone else is watching other YouTube shows going on right now.
Yeah, like the Late Horror Show. We got to watch that
Like
too.
the Late Horror Show, Golden Finger Picker. There's a lot of awesome live YouTubers tonight. Tuesday must be the night for them.
That's right, yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? We didn't.
So we'll see you guys Friday on our Facebook page. And we will be back next week. Hopefully with another YouTube behind-the-scenes podcast.
That's right, and the only way you're going to know we're going to be on is what? Subscribe.
Oh, click the subscribe button. Remember to click the little subscribe button, click the little bell, and you out there will be the first to be notified anytime we go live or upload a video. So good night, good fright, as Janet Decay would say.
That's right, we'll see you later, alligators, as Grim Gordy would say. All right.